What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 144 of the Rise to Glory here at Gibraltar Apex. And today we have a double header against Manchester City in the Champions League quarter final. This is a stage in the competition I believe we've reached 3 or 4 times in the past. Hopefully we can go that one step further this year. We are going to be taking on, as I already said, Manchester City. English champions, a very successful team. However, of course, last episode we beat Real Madrid, Spanish champions, and I kind of said at that point after that game, you know, if we want to win the Champions League, you've got to beat all the good teams. And in some ways, I'd kind of like to just try and, if we do want to win the Champions League, I want to beat kind of the champions of every single league. You know, I feel like that would be the way to do it. Unfortunately, I believe Dortmund are current champions of Germany. In fact, no, they're not. Who won the Bundesliga last year then? Who was it? It was Leverkusen who got knocked out in the group stage. Okay, well, there isn't a German champion to beat. I assume PSG won in France. They did. So yeah, I mean, if we could beat Man City today and then beat PSG at some point, fantastic. That would be the way to do it. Either way, we need to just focus on trying to win this game, don't we? Since that last game against Real Madrid, which was the 3-1 home win, 4 games to speak of, 4 clean sheets, 11-0, 9-0, 4-0, 3-0. Mosca's just murdering people, basically. I'm not sure if what he's doing on the pitch is entirely legal. In his last 5 games, he scored 14 goals and got 2 assists. And just for the people who care, of which I am one person who cares, Mosca is close to beating Touzon's record for goals in a season. Touzon's record is 67. Touzon's record 74. Mosca currently has 67. So he's only, 7 or 8 off? That's like what he needs to do. Basically, if he can surpass Touzon's record, that would be absolutely insane for Mosca. Of course, last year he got 53 goals, and he looked like he might be on course to smash the record back then before he got injured. And a similar story the year before where he got 70 goals. So still not quite his best season ever, but Mosca with a few games left to certainly try and get that record smashed. Either way, let's get straight into today's game against Manchester City. We're away from home at the Etihad to start things off. In terms of the team, full-strength squad already, the only exception being Sebastian Gerrard, who has good condition, but really isn't match sharp. He's been out for a little while with that, was it strained knee ligaments? It was strained knee ligaments. He missed, of course, the game against Real Madrid, the second leg. Still out today, although he is back and kind of fit. He just needs resting, and his condition just isn't good enough to start, unfortunately, today. But it is a very strong team, and to goal we go with Young. He's come back having broken his finger. Hopefully he can put in a good performance today. Left back we go with Cabasele, who's just been having a great year for us, really. Right back we go with Giganov, who has 34 assists in 35 games. I know a lot of people question me when I sign Giganov and Cabasele. You know, is it worth investing that highly in fullbacks? I feel like we've really got our money's worth out of Giganov. The kind of return that he's had in terms of assists and stuff has been absolutely ridiculous, and hopefully we'll see more of that today. At centre-back, we go with Assad alongside Mustafa. Nothing too crazy going on there. Just 2 absolute monsters at the back for us. Really like those 2 as kind of a centre-back partnership. In midfield, perhaps the area where we are a little bit weaker. We have Gilvan playing at left centre-mid for us today. Down the kind of centre defensive mid role, we've got Volsky. Not the best defensive mid, although we know for a fact we don't have a great defensive kind of setup when it comes to our midfield. I do think Mini Mosca is the long-term option there as that kind of rock in the midfield, but right now he's just not ready to play there regularly, particularly in big games like this one. At right centre mid, we go with the experienced head of Joe Bouchard, the Canadian, 30 years old now. He's 31 next month. He's getting on a bit. And leading the line just ahead of them, we have Paul Smith playing the centre attack in mid-role for us. A player who had a really good start to the year, Paul Smith. He has declined a little bit of late, but he's still just an invaluable player for us. The experience he has is very good. You can see some of his physicals perhaps starting to tail off, but with his good natural fitness, I do think he could slot quite nicely into kind of a centre mid-role for us. It's a shame his passing perhaps isn't a little bit better. Either way, our strike force for today's game is going to be Douz and Mosca. Douz looking very good. The Belgium's been in fine goal-scoring form this year. He's got 40 goals himself and 19 assists. And really, it's only because Mosca's been doing so well that he kind of shadows over Douz a little bit. But those 2 guys, very capable of getting goals. Hopefully, we're going to get some today. Anyway, let's see how Manchester City are going to set up for this game. They're going to play a 4-2-3-1. We're familiar with their players. They've got players like Paulo Hebler, who I believe used to play for Benfica. He did a number of years ago now. They've also got players like Will Milton, who is like the Ballon d'Or winner for like 20 million years in a row. He's 33 years old now. I was actually looking at this team of Manchester City's. A lot of players, particularly in their midfield, in their early 30s. hoping that might play into our hands. Maybe they'll get a little bit tired. I feel like the fact that we're hoping players are going to get tired perhaps gives you an idea of my kind of overall stance coming into today's game. All in all, you know, I don't want to say I don't have expectations. I do have expectations. I do want us to get through here, but we've got to be realistic and say, you know, this is going to be a tough game. But given how we performed against Real Madrid, I don't think there's any reason to disregard our kind of credentials yet in winning the Champions League. We've beaten the champions of Spain. We take on the champions of England here. And again, it's much like the Real Madrid game, really. I'm going to go into this game hoping that we can at least keep things respectable and then maybe get something going back to the Space Park. We've shown, you know, we beat Real Madrid 3-1 at the Space Park. We are capable of beating big teams at our ground. And, well, looking for a good performance here, really, at the Etihad if we can. Either way, we're on the attack here. Gilvan cutting inside. Loses the ball to Duda, though. And now, actually, Man City going to bring the ball away. Lots of options in this attacking midfield set up there. Through on goal, and Young is not going to get across there. Paulo Hebler, not the start we wanted. I think it's fair to say. 6 minutes gone. It's 1-0 City. Definitely not what we wanted to see in this game. They kind of broke away with some pace there, City. They found their striker. There was some nice build-up play. We're playing quite a high line there, and it's been kind of punished quite severely. Young's positioning definitely questionable, but ultimately in the one-on-one, you don't very often back your keeper in that kind of situation in FM. Either way, they now have a set piece which we need to defend. Let's not collapse immediately here. Young with a nice save. We have got a 2-on-2 at the back, although Young just slowing down the play a little bit. Doos, though, holds it up nicely. Bouchard. Nice build-up play, this. Can we get the ball out wide? Cabasele wins it. Doos is there. Can he pass it? He doesn't need to. What a finish that is by the Belgium. 41st goal of the season for him. He's still in his early 20s, this lad. And he's looking like a great little complete forward for us. Cabasele, the Belgium teammate of his, winning that big header and then, well, really nicely worked in the end. 2 players on him, just kind of staggered his shot, let the other 2 players commit to blocking the initial effort and then just cut inside on that right foot of his and slotted it home. 10 minutes gone, 1-1. We've got an away goal, which is going to be important, you'd feel, in this game. And yeah, that's a good start as far as I'm concerned. I feel like a draw with a goal for us is a good omen in the early stages and would be a fairly kind of good result. That said, you know, maybe we can push on for more. Looking at the stats, neither team's had a ton of chances. That said, Man City almost got the ball over there. Sad with a nice interception, but we are playing this high line, which I do feel like could be punished. Sharp, nice little run there. Now can we build away? Doos, the goal scorer. Not many people up in support here of him, but he beats his man. Hit that, my son. Why not? Smith! What a goal that could have been. What a goal that could have been. Doos, absolutely exceptional dribbling there. Just kind of majestically sucked in a load of players. Created space ahead for Paul Smith to run into. Unfortunately, the fish just wasn't there. And now we have a set piece to clear. And Sharp hits the woodwork. Get it out. Duda. I mean, it's been saved by Young, I think. Let's not give away a penalty. I'm not sure how they've not scored here, City. The ball back in. They've headed it over. A real let-off there, but we do live to fight another day. Although, corner gets whipped in now. Mostafa with the win. Bouchard. He's not got the best legs on him, but he has a pass. That is an insane ball to Mosca. Can he finish it? He can't. A really uncharacteristic kind of miss there by Mosca. It was a good chance. It wasn't considered a clear-cut chance. But, well, what a pass that was by Bouchard. Really showing how he can pull the strings from deep there. He just pinged the ball over. Unfortunately, the finish just not quite there. And now City on the attack. Duda, clean for on goal. He misses. A few chances here for either team to really get their noses ahead in this game. 1-1 would be a good result at half-time, you'd feel. Man City definitely coming into this game more and more as the halves progressed. I kind of want to get the players in, get them a team talk. And, well, we're going to get exactly that. 1-1. I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Want to get the players delighted. Want to encourage them. Want to motivate them in the second half. We're losing a bit of a midfield battle. Gilvan and Paul Smith have been pretty poor. And I'm actually going to make a very early change here. I'm going to take off the captain, Paul Smith, and bring in Sebastian Girard, who, as I said, not 100% fit to start, but we're going to give him a run out here. He was on 92% condition and I believe 70-odd in match sharpness. Obviously, been out for a little while. He's going to get 45 minutes here to try and make something happen. Hopefully he can do that. It's the first time in a while that we've had Girard, Doos, and Mosca all playing up front in kind of the little triangle, which is how I want to see them play. Let's see if they can work some magic for us. Big ball over to Doos, intercepted, and now actually City coming away with the ball. Mustafa wins the header, but City still on the attack here. Essel lays inside to Tortora. Samakin, don't let the ball come in there. Nice block, get it away now. That's great defending. Girard flicks it on. It's a 2v1. Get it to Doos. Oh, Mosca couldn't quite get away the pass there. Real opportunity perhaps to hit them on the break. I feel like we want to change things just slightly. I'm going to change our fullbacks onto support, I think, just to perhaps help us out a little bit more defensively. But no, so far it's been a fairly good performance by us. A few players on bookings perhaps a little bit concerning, but we're going to stick with what we're doing right now because it seems to be working fairly well. And in fact, Moscow with the ball here. Doos, options on ahead. Lays it inside to Bouchard. Now with Girard. Lays it up to Moscow. Can he finish it this time? He can't. It's the side netting. A really good opportunity. Moscow, 2 real chances. The kind of chances you'd put your mortgage on him to score, and he's missed them both. And now City with a chance. Set piece cleared away. Bouchard up to Doos. Now with Moscow. Beats his man Milton. He's got room to maraud into Moscow. But the pass is not there. And now City might be looking for that big ball over the top. Gets passed inside. Mustafa collects it. Assad, Gilvan. We're looking good in this game, but can we get a goal to really cap off it? Doos, Girard, options on ahead. Moscow's there. Moscow looked offside to me. He scored. It's offside. It's offside. Don't celebrate. Everyone sit back down. 23 minutes left. It was a good finish by Moscow. Unfortunately, we needed one of those finishes when he was onside. Not long left in this game now. 18 minutes. I'm kind of happy to play for the 1-1, but we've done okay in this game. But we do need to defend set pieces. That is a big win there. Lombardi gives it to Assad. Assad, just boot the ball up to Moscow. Moscow's through. Gets tackled though, and now City, they've got a lot of men back here, City, but they have also got some men to quickly spring an attack potentially. Volsky wins it though. Doos, the goal scorer, drifting out wide, beats one man, can't beat the second, gives away the ball, and now it's City. It's really end-to-end stuff here. Big ball up to Essel. He's clean for on goal. Young saved it. He did save it. I wasn't sure if he'd got a touch. He tipped it round the post. Now can we defend the set piece? Totora going to lay it back out to Essel. Whips it in. Sharp at the back post. Isn't going to get there. Gaiganov clears it. And now Bouchard going to make sure. City though back with the ball. Lombardi in midfield. Milton lays out wide to Sharp. Cabasele, nice win. Now can we build some? We don't need to build something. Not long left in this game. I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to bring in Mini Mosca and I'm going to bring him on for Gilvan and then move Volsky out into box to box just to make sure we've got some fresh legs and also take off a player who's on a booking. Then the last change I'm going to make, I almost want to take off Mosca. I almost want to save him just because I don't want to risk an injury. We'll take him off. Dude's had a good game. Bring in Rildo who can get goals for us. Let's see what he can do in this game. 7 minutes left. Volsky. It's a big call to drop Mosca, but I believe in Rildo. And Rildo's through. He's had a chance. Would Mosca have scored it? Would Mosca have been there? I guess that's the real question. Rildo with a good opportunity, perhaps going on off the bench, you know, a bit late on in this game. He's not had very long to get into the game. But still, we've had chances to really win this game. It's been a good game as far as we're concerned. I'd be happy with the 1-1 at this point. 2 minutes left, a minute and a half left. There's still time for something. I'm really hoping it's not going to be a cruel late goal for City. Paolo Hebler's through. He shoots. He puts it over. It's a let-off. That's probably going to be all she wrote for this game with a minute left. 1-1. I mean, I take it. A goal-scoring draw is a good result for us away from him. He might still have a chance. Dude's running forward. Williams collects it. And for a second, I thought we might just be in. Unfortunately, not the case there. And now Essel bringing it forward. I mean, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Can we get a fat lady to sing? Oh my gosh, what has happened? The fat lady hasn't sung. Bouchard. Was it Bouchard? Yeah, it is. It's Joe Bouchard. I mean, oh dear, it's painful to watch. He just threads it straight through to the attacker perfectly. City with a goal at the death. A heartbreaking goal, really. And it's going to make the second leg a little bit interesting. The fat lady, she didn't sing. She has now. It's 2-1. We've let in a few late goals during our European campaign this year, and we've been punished by one there. Joe Bouchard's error could be massively costly. Paulo Hebler getting 2 goals in that game. Either way, the next game against City is only in a week's time, so I will join you guys for that one. I'm just going to check, do City have a game in between? Because if they do, that could help us just a little bit. Do they have a game in between? They do. They've got Swansea City on the Saturday, so maybe we can get Swansea to injure a few of their players for the next game against us. Either way, we're going to get straight into that. I will join you guys in a second. Heartbreaking this the first leg, but going to the Space Park, given what we saw against Real Madrid, I still have faith in my boys. Let's do it. Okay guys, so we are back again here for the second leg against Manchester City. It's at the Space Park. A really heartbreaking result, I guess, the 2-1 in the first leg. I'm hoping we can bounce back. I'm hoping that we can. I'm going to make some changes as well. I'm going to start Sebastian Girard. I really feel for Paul Smith because he's a great winger for us, but this year we've just not been playing with wingers because of the Junior injury. It's kind of funny because Junior is fit again now, so I could play the wider system if I wanted to, but for this game at least I'm not. And I just feel like Paul Smith, as much as I've trained him to play down the middle, his 11 passing, it hurts him in so many ways. Like, it makes it really difficult to be able to play him as a kind of a striker, an attacking midfielder. His passing lets him down, but also his finishing and his off the ball aren't great. And as a winger, he kind of covered for that during the earlier years with his real pace and stuff. And whilst his pace, it's starting to decline a bit now, it does leave me, I don't know, a little bit worried for the future, I guess, for him in terms of where he fits in. Anyway, I think our team for today's game is going to be something like this. I think I'm going to make one more change, actually. I'm going to play Mini Mosca ahead of Volsky, just because I like Mini Mosca. I think he's a good little player for us. He's a good player on the ball. You can see very good defensively, lots of 14s and 15s, and he's only 21, and well, you can see here some potential left to be fulfilled, hopefully. So we're going to give the Spaniard a chance. Girard back in the side is nice. I'm hoping for a better performance from Mosca today. It's kind of weird. Going into today's game, I'm more confident than we were after the first game against Real Madrid because we've got the away goal, but I do wonder if part of that confidence is because I've seen us beat Real Madrid from a goal down, and I kind of feel like we should be able to do that again. Obviously, that was a really good result on the day. I feel like we've got to be realistic here. It's probably not going to be as possible here against City, a team who really have given us a torrid time over the years. But I don't know, we're going to go out there, we're going to give it our best shot, we're going to play on the front foot. We're going to play the exact same we did against City. I'm hoping the fans are going to carry us a lot. I'm hoping for a better performance from our strikers. And yeah, let's see what we can do this game. It was a really good first leg performance as far as I'm concerned. I feel like we did play reasonably well. Now we just need to kind of, step up again here and hopefully get an early goal that could really settle us into this game. And, well, we might have a chance here. Big ball over to Mosca. Mosca can't get there. Nice closing down by our players, though, and Assad wins it now with Gilvan. Girard, Duz. On the overlap is Cabasele. Gilvan's there, though. Gilvan dispossessed. Ball up, Mini Mosca. Not there to win the interception, but Assad certainly is. Let's see what we can do here. This is going to be a really tough game, but we do have the ball here. Duz plays in Mosca. Mosca, it's a goal. He's not offside. The left-back's played him on. Perfect start to this game. 1 minute and 50 seconds in. And Mosca does what he didn't do last game for us and finds the back of the net. When he's not offside. A really nice ball through as well. Good build-up play. Girard to Duz. It's nice to see this triangle. Duz, Mosca, Gilvan. Not Gilvan, Girard. Gilvan can be a part of the square, I guess. But those three players, such a good attacking threat. And, well, the perfect start as far as we're concerned. And now Paulo Hebler, their striker's got injured. I mean, that is tragic news. Of course, we would be going through as things stand. Away goals are a factor in this game. I want to keep a clean sheet if we can, but we are probably going to need another goal in this game. And Mosca's through again. Go on, my son. Oh my gosh, what is that? What is that? That is an awful finish. I was on my feet. I was ready to start jumping up and down. Of course, if City get a goal, we are going to need another one just to take it to extra time. I do feel like we are probably going to need 2 or 3 goals in this game. I don't know if I have 100% faith in us to kind of stay firm at the back for the entire game. But 40 minutes gone, 1-0, it's okay so far. City yet to have a chance in this game. 2 minutes left. Maybe I've spoken prematurely there. Ball up to Assad. Young's going to collect it. Just get it clear if you want. I'm looking at these 3 guys, the magicians, the kind of little trio, the attacking third just to work magic. But right now we need our defence to do some magic. City on the attack here. Bouchard, nice interception. He has some demons perhaps to get off his back after that first leg back pass that led to the City goal. That was a horrific mistake. But we're on the attack here. Girard threads through Duz. Duz, finish that. Hits the... Oh, no, I thought he'd hit the post. The keeper actually saved it. A really nice save by Williams. Ball in. Mini Mosca can't get there. Can Girard get there? Ball into the box maybe. Blocked away. Probably going to be all she wrote for that chance. A minute left of this half, though. 2-2. A very good performance at half-time. I'm delighted with how the players are playing. Girard not having the greatest game. Could just tell the players I'm pleased with how things are going. And then just encourage them as well. Look at the team performance. It's been very good defensively so far. Mosca's looked good. Perhaps players like Gilvan, Girard and Duz need to step up a little bit. But we have options. We've got players we can bring on. It's fair to say that, to be fair, the entire midfield's been a little bit poor this game. Can we score straight from kickoff again? I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? Mosca's scoring after 2 minutes. What a great way to start the game. But as I said, and I will reiterate again, I feel like we probably need at least another goal in this game for me to get a little bit more comfortable. Half an hour left of the game. We were on the attack. Girard gives it to Gilvan. Options on ahead. Girard. Out to Cabasele, the fullback. Cuts inside. Lays off to Gilvan. Nice space being created here. Girard. Duz. What a goal that would have been. It was a great little passing move inside. Duz unfortunately unable to apply the finishing touches. We do have a corner though. Headed over. Duz won't get there. And Samakin Gonna get to it. Looking at the stats, City yet to have a clear-cut chance in this game with 20 minutes left. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to change our fullbacks onto defend. I'm also going to change Bouchard onto a defensive role. And I'm also going to change Giroud onto attacking midfielder on support. We're going to just play a little bit more conservative, perhaps. I want to keep the mentality very much the same, but I don't want the fullbacks bombing on quite so much. I still want them to look for the overlap, but let's have a bit of focus in the defensive area as well. Dues on the ball. Kabasele, nice interception. Mosca. Giroud's on ahead. Can he finish this? Gives it to Gilvan. Gilvan hits it into the side netting. 15 minutes left. They have a corner. Not like this. Get it clear. Mustafa, big win. Dues. We're on the break again. How have we only scored one this game, Giroud? Can he find Mosca? He finds Dues. Options on ahead. Finds Mosca. Back post. Please bury that. Thank you, Mosca. It's 2-0. Great fight back. City need a goal to take it to extra time with 12 minutes left. It's been coming, that goal. This game, City have been blunted. Nice ball over by Dues. That's an insane pass on his left foot. And Mosca's just there to squeeze it in at the near post. And are we about to fight back from behind in the Champions League again against another champion of a bigger European nation? There's 10 minutes left in this game for us to hold out. I don't think I want to change anything. I just want us to stay on the front foot. I haven't made any subs in this game. It might be time to make them with 1 minute left. Let's just try and time waste. I don't feel like I felt a massive need to make some subs in this game. It's just been such a great kind of performance by the entire team. Let's make a triple change. Let's waste some time. 25 seconds left. That's probably all she wrote, Shirley. Junior, just get the ball in the corner. Get the ball in the corner and time waste. I don't want us to switch off like we did at the end of the last game. Volsky, Bouchard. This is fine. Mustafa, get the ball up. That's game. That's game. GG, let's go. Just blow the whistle, please, ref. It should have been blown like 10 seconds ago. Bouchard giving a back pass. I mean, I don't know if that's FM just messing with me. Big ball up. Junior. Smith. I mean, could we score again? I mean, Mosca wants his hat-trick. We don't need to score again. It's 2-0. What a fight back that is. It was a really dominant display in this half. Dues with 2 assists. Mosca with 2 goals. I mean, you look at the stats, they look 50-50. City didn't show us anything to be scared of. I do wonder how much the Paulo Hebler injury played into kind of our hands a little bit for them to lose their big striker. Definitely a massive miss. But, I mean, wow. Wow. What a performance. 2-0. We fight back. Barcelona also going through to the semi-final. And it looks like there's some more semi-finals yet to be played. It's going to be Dortmund v PSG, Bayern v Everton. Looks like it could be PSG and Bayern going through in those 2 games. So it's going to be a very strong semi-final. But we've done a great job to beat City there. Assad gets a bonus for reaching the Champions League semi-final. Take your bonus and run. De Bruyne spotted, scouting out some of our players for the Belgium squad. Not entirely surprising. What a performance that is, though. Wow. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. I'm in a state of shock. City are a team who... They've ruined us. They're a team who we've met a number of times over the years, and they've always... I don't want to say they've always knocked us out, but I'm struggling to think of a time when they haven't done so, and when we've beaten them. I feel like I'm probably missing a really obvious opportunity. I feel like it was 2 or 3 years ago we lost to them in the knockout stages. It might have been 2031-32, seems to ring a bell. Yeah, it was. We lost to them. Did we lose to them? Yeah, we lost to them quite convincingly. So that's good to avenge ourselves. We did also meet them in a group stage a few years ago, but I mean, let's not get too worried about that. We've beaten City. What a performance that is. Manchester City, they're a successful team. We've now knocked out Real Madrid and City coming back from behind. I'm really hoping that whoever we have in the semi-final, we play at home in the second leg, because we seem to be making magic happen at home at the moment. Either way, guys, that is going to wrap up this episode from me. I am so excited about this season. Can't wait to see who we get. Of course, the semi-final will be coming your way next episode. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.